Well, good evening. I am Praveen Rudraradhya. I am the global delivery head and the senior director handling international operations, mainly APAC and Middle East region for Barry-Wehmiller International. Barry-Wehmiller International is an IT services organization. It's may I call it like a boutique consulting organization. It's a part of a large group called Barry-Wehmiller Group of Companies. It's a US corporation basically having operations in US and the delivery and competency centers in India. And we have been Infor partner and affiliate, and we are also an Infor customer. So in that way, we have a unique relationship with Infor, and we are a gold partner for Infor in US. We are an affiliate channel partner in Asia Pac, that's in India, and we are an emerging partner for Infor in Middle East region too. So uniquely, we are positioned to serve our customers in US, India, and Middle East. And that's how been our motto, and that's where we are.
So thank you for sharing this fact, sir. Just wanted to know from you now, what are the gaps that are present in the enterprise software market according to the customers, and what do you feel is the challenges that a partner faces prior to implementation and during implementation?
Gaps in the current enterprise software as it looks, I can relate it to two, three things which is happening on the market side. Today it is a globalization. Basically what is happening is the companies from here are trying to become scalable, and they are trying to get into an operations in a different regions. They have a multi-site operations, meaning they have one operation, main operations here, and they will have a smaller operations in the north of India or in the east of India or wherever it is. And then the complexities brought to the globalization challenges. They need to be near to the market, in the sense that they need to bring out the product in time. So the lead time on the product is crashed down to bringing it into the market. And today the quality conscious is very high among the market, and so you need to deliver a product in the given lead time and with the sustained quality. And these kind of challenges in the product for the customers is putting up these kind of challenges into the enterprise software, which needs to help them to meet their business objective. So there are so many gaps which are there today in the current software, which is not meeting the end-to-end solutions for the customer. And hence today we need to look at from a larger perspective how to make the enterprise software meet the continuous changes in the customer's perspective or the demand, and see how we can better it.
So what are the key demands or expectations generally made by a customer for the software?
Key demand for software, of course, being working in this region, primarily in the region, say in the APAC, it's a price sensitive market. So you have a lot of challenges on prices, because it has to meet a kind of different variations, and it has to different customers. And so the price is one of the key challenges. And the lead time for implementing this software time is being crashed, because they need to see that the lead time to their market is being crashed. They want the implementation time to be reduced. So today the market, the enterprise market in India primarily has matured when you compare it for 4-5 years down the line. So it means that the customers are today in full know-how of what it really means as a software and where it can enable them. So they are really looking at an ROI, return on investment, which has to be visible, which has to be seen in the next 2 years or next 5 years, and so and so. So the overall challenge is, when I say it is pricing, it really boils down to the total cost of ownership and the implementation, the services lead time, because those are the things which the enterprise software partners like us who will implement the product for them, they want to see that it is implemented in a lesser time. In the sense, the lesser time is obviously going to lead to them to a lesser cost. And so these are the challenges which is predominantly being faced by the customers, and that's being put as a pressure onto the enterprise software product companies like Infor and enterprise product partners like us.
So what are the new technology trends that you see gaining traction in 2015 and your approach for the same?
As I tell you, the integration in the world is happening very fast, thick and fast. Globalization has brought us the markets closer. So When the markets are closer, the needs on the technology is heavy, meaning that you need to be connected at all times at a real time. Meaning you have a facility in US, but the same company now has opened an operations in India, and the same company has opened an operations in Asia. So these all three has to be unified in their approach. So their operations has to be unified and their collaboration has to happen. When the collaboration has to happen, it has to happen real time. When they are working and these time working, all has to be synchronized. So that the great amount of stress is on the technology. And today, with the advent of technology, we are able to meet that collaboration perspective. The other innovations which we are seeing in technology is cloud. Obviously, because the cost of ownership of a software is one of the big items of the cost. And today, with the growing technology, with the cloud, enabling people to have all their IP or the infrastructure which is related to the product or the software onto the cloud, it makes them more easier to work and more cost effective. So the cloud is a different technology by itself. It is not the same as how we implement an ERP or an enterprise software on-premise. On-premise is putting the software and the box in that location, whereas this is to be mounted onto the cloud. So it will be ported on the cloud and work. So the cloud is one of the challenges, and as I told you, integration between markets, mobility. And today the customers are growing at the same speed as the technology is what is growing. And today the access to the customers are all through internet or through iPads or through the phones. And this is leading the customer to ask for availability of the products or the services on their iPad, on their iPhone, or on their this one. So on that is demanding the companies like us to provide solutions to the customers, product customers, to provide these kind of mobility solutions to their customers. And one of the reasons is because it's a globalization era. Even the product companies need this kind of technology to work. For example, a maintenance engineer will be at home, something happens, he has to be intimated. So everything has to happen on a mobility solution. So he has to give the remedy, solutions, and even control the operations over there. So these are the few challenges which really comes off my mind.
Sir, can you just share a few highlights about the Infor Partner Network, being part of the program, and also certain differentiation of Infor against its competition?
Thankfully, you asked me a right question. I am part of this ecosystem where I've been working for a pretty long time with multiple product principles, meaning like Infor, the other product companies too, because we are an IT consulting, IT services organization. By far, one of the most professional relationship I have had is with Infor. Infor Partner Network is very unique. It positions us with Infor as more as a partner or rather part of the ecosystem, and so thereby we are having a great leverage to the Infor wealth of information, support, and the advice needed as to how to serve the customer better. So this unique proposition which is being provided by Infor enables partners like us to do a greater amount of business, to greater amount of justice in terms of offering solutions to the customers and so on. Well, as with regarding to the competition, obviously there is much of a difference, but today at least I would want to highlight one of the main things which is very different in Infor is they treat partners on equity basis. Every partner is on equity basis and sees that he is respected in the ecosystem and is treated well and they take along well. This is something which is unique, and I can stand any day in any middle of the road and vouch for this for Infor. They're an amazing product principles company, and it really gives pleasure for people, business heads like me, to work with a company like Infor.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thanks.